Today we're taking a look at the Atlanta Hawks vs Milwaukee Bucks match, which is happening on Thursday, July 1st, 2021, and giving you my betting tips and predictions in general on this game. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours and hours of your time searching the internet for some fake betting predictions and losing your money because of it. Join High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advices instantly. Giannis Antetokounmpo going down in Game 4 might have looked like a game changer in the series, but the truth remains that the Hawks are still dealing with some injuries themselves. Trae Young remains questionable for Thursday night's game with a bone bruise in his foot, and center Clint Capella is dealing with right eye inflammation. The Hawks enter this contest 13th in scoring offense in the postseason by averaging 105.9 points per game. Atlanta is 9th in rebounding by collecting 42.5 boards a night, while the team stands 13th by dishing out 19.9 assists per contest. Atlanta is tied for 5th in the league in scoring defense as they allow opponents to score 106.2 points per game during the playoffs. Trae Young leads the team with 29.8 points and 9.5 assists per game in the playoffs. Bogdan Bogdanovic, 12.8 points, 4.3 rebounds, and DeAndre Hunter, 10.8 points, 4 boards, are each contributing in double figures. John Collins, 13.6 points, 8.6 rebounds, Lou Williams, Kevin Huerter, 11.6 points, Danilo Gallinari, 12.4 points, Tony Snell, Cam Reddish, Clint Capella, 10.1 points, 11.5 rebounds, and Onyeka Okongwu are key rotation pieces for coach Nate McMillan. Atlanta is 12th in the league in field goal percentage by hitting 45.1% of their shots from the floor this season. The Hawks are 9th in threes per game as they hit 11.5 triples per contest and stand 11th in three-point percentage as they hit 33.8% of their attempts from beyond the arc. Brandon Goodwin is done for the year with a respiratory condition. Huntley underwent surgery for a torn meniscus on June 15th and is done for the season. Young, foot, missed Game 4 while Capella, face, left after taking an elbow in Game 4. As it stands, both are day-to-day with Young a game-time decision for this contest. The Hawks have to continue being scrappy on the defensive end of the floor, and it needs to start early to sap the Bucks of their confidence. You can rest assured the Fiserv Forum will be a madhouse with fans trying to push the Bucks to the finish line. The good news is there's no structural damage to Giannis Antetokounmpo's knee. However, the bad news is the hyperextension in itself potentially keeping him sidelined for an extensive time. It's hard to envision him bouncing back for this series and looking anywhere close to 100%. The Bucks are 10th in the league in scoring offense with 108.4 points per game in the postseason. Milwaukee leads the league in rebounding by pulling down 50.3 boards per contest, while the team is 7th in assists by dishing out 22.3 assists per game. The Bucks are 2nd in the league in scoring defense as they allow 102.9 points per contest to date in the postseason. Giannis Antetokounmpo is leading Milwaukee with 28.2 points, 12.7 rebounds, and 5.2 assists per contest this postseason. Chris Middleton chips in 22.7 points plus 7.9 rebounds along with 4.7 assists a night, while Drew Holiday contributes 16.5 points plus 8.1 assists contest. Dante DiVincenzo and Bobby Portis, 8 points, 4.9 boards, are good secondary scoring options. Jordan Nwora, PJ Tucker, Jeff Teague, Brook Lopez, 12.2 points, Bryn Forbes, 7.6 points, and Pat Connaughton are solid pieces in the mix as well. Milwaukee is tied for ninth in the league in field goal percentage by shooting 45.7% as a team this postseason. The Bucks are 11th in threes per game by draining 11.1 triples per contest and stand 14th in three-point shooting by hitting 30.6% of their attempts from beyond the arc. DiVincenzo suffered a torn ankle ligament in the second quarter of Game 3 of their first-round series against the Heat on May 27 and is out for the rest of the postseason. Antetokounmpo left Game 4 Tuesday with a hyperextended knee. According to Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN, there is no structural damage according to MRI, but there is no timetable for his return, so his status here is murky at best. Chris Middleton and Jrue Holiday landed big contracts for moments like this. They have to step up and deliver for the Bucks at home on Thursday night. The same Middleton that randomly showed up for a 38-point performance in Game 3 needs to find his way onto the court again for this game as well. Milwaukee was flat at the start of Game 4 after back-to-back wins, and it proved costly as they were run off the floor, squaring the series. Make no mistake, the Hawks are a great basketball team, but they also aren't a loaded-up Brooklyn Nets team with Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving and James Harden on the floor either. This is a winnable game for the Bucks even without Antetokounmpo. Clint Capella possibly being out opens up an opportunity for Middleton and Brook Lopez to win on the boards. They just need to show they want it more. My first betting advice is to pick Milwaukee -3. When it was announced that Trae Young would miss Game 4 about an hour before game time with a foot injury, few thought the Hawks had a chance. But with Lou Williams inserted into the lineup and some fresh energy from Cam Reddish, the Hawks jumped out to a 13-point halftime lead, 51-38. So they were already in control of the game when you know what happened. Giannis went down with that gruesome-looking knee injury in the third quarter. The Atlanta Hawks will look to take a series lead going back home after evening the setup at 2 wins apiece following a 110-88 win over the Bucks in Game 4. Lou Williams led the way with 21 points on 7 of 9 shooting with a pair of threes and a team-high 8 assists, while Bogdan Bogdanovic came right behind with 20 points on 7 of 19 shooting with 6 threes and 5 assists. Clint Capella and Kevin Huerter each had 15 points, with Capella shooting 6 of 7 from the field with 7 rebounds, while Huerter had 7 assists. Cam Reddish had 12 points with 5 rebounds, and Danilo Gallinari added 10 points to finish off the scoring in double figures for the Hawks in the victory. Trae Young missed the game after getting injured in Game 3, but still leads the Hawks in scoring and assists with 29.8 PPG and 9.5 APG. John Collins has 13.6 PPG and 8.6 RPG, while Bogdanovic and Gallinari each have 12 plus PPG. Huerter and Reddish each have 11 plus PPG, and Capella is averaging a double-double per game with 10.1 PPG and a T-high 11.5 RPG this season. As a team, Atlanta is averaging 104.4 PPG on 46.6% shooting from the field, 30.6% from 3 and 78.6% from the foul line, while allowing 107 ppg on 46.4% shooting from the field and 29.5% from 3 in their last 5 games. After that, it was game over as the Hawks cruised to an easy 110-88 win to tie the series at 2 games apiece. Atlanta shot 51% from the floor and walled by Williams, who had 21 points. Bogdan Bogdanovic added 20 points, while Kevin Huerter and Clint Capella added 15 points apiece. John Collins had a bad night with only 4 points, but Cam Reddish and Danilo Gallinari added 12 and 10 points, respectively, off the bench. As for Young, he is questionable for Game 5 on Thursday. The Milwaukee Bucks will look to bounce back after dropping Game 4 last time out. Jrue Holiday led the Bucks with 19 points on 6 of 17 shooting with a team-high 9 assists, while Chris Middleton had 16 points with a team-high 8 rebounds and 5 assists. Giannis Antetokounmpo had 14 points with 8 rebounds of his own, but left in the third quarter with a hyperextended knee. The trio made up the double-digit scorers for the Bucks in the losing effort. Antetokounmpo's injury will leave him out of the lineup indefinitely, which is big considering he leads the Bucks in scoring and rebounding, averaging a double-double per game with 28.2 ppg and 12.7 rpg. My second betting advice for that game is to pick under 215.5.